Hello YouTuber, this is Tom Snowy 737 bringing you a video. Just keep you updated really on what's going on, what's going to be happening, and all sorts of other stuff really. By all means, if you don't want to sort of listen to me ramble on, you don't have to watch this video if you don't want to. You can always check out the description where I'll list like a brief summary of the video. If you just want to read that, that is fine. But of course, if you're not interested at all, by all means, don't click. Don't continue to listen if you do not wish to. So starting off with this web page, this is an eBay listing I've created for my model airports. Some of you probably already know about this. I've actually had a few inquiries from some of you guys who follow me on Instagram and YouTube, which is very good. The interest I've had is quite a lot actually. Just going to go through like why I haven't done as many orders as compared to the ratio of actual inquiries. One, the main thing really is the cost. The price, as it mentions in the description, the price of this setup that I've done. The price of the listing itself, where you can buy it now, is just a deposit. It's purely just a deposit for all the materials that you will need, basically. So I work up to 5 foot by 4 foot. Again, all the details are in the description if you want to check it out. Basically, yeah, cost of shipping delivery is quite significant, and that's what kills it. That's what kills the price basically for people, especially young people. I think I've had quite a few young people like message me, hey, how much is this going to be? And they expect it very cheap, even though 25 quid is just a deposit. They expect it to be by about like 50 quid or whatever. Like I say, I'm not a big company. I'm not churning these out left, right, and centre. These are made to order basically. I have actually had one order so far. As you can see, it says 9 available, 1 sold. I've had a sale already. I don't want to go into that because obviously that's up to the customer whether they want it to be shared or not. I haven't asked him, so I don't want to go into what he wants. So that's going to be an order that I'm going to be doing very soon, or commencing. I've already ordered the board, which has arrived, and along with that, I'm planning on doing maybe smaller, like sort of display units instead. That some people might be more interested in. It'll be more ideal to ship as well, to send in the post. Probably still with a courier rather than Royal Mail, but again, it'll be a heck of a lot cheaper. And hopefully, I'll try and do it for a reasonable price. So the idea I've got is using 1 foot by 1 foot by 6mm thickness wooden panels, MDF panels, and doing like basic setups, so like runway thresholds. If you want like London Heathrow 09 left, doing for instance, I'd happily do that. The cost will probably be the same for whether it's real world airport or a fantasy runway, or it doesn't have to be a runway. It can be a runway threshold, can be part of a runway elsewhere, can be a taxiway, can be a stand or several stands, depending on the aircraft size and whatever. And obviously any other features that you want me to add in, if it is fancied, you would have to specify a bit more what exactly you want. So that's the idea behind that. Again, if any of you guys are interested, because I've currently got 3 panels at the minute. One I'm probably going to do for like a display sort of thing, just to say, look, this is what I mean, and use that for my own purpose. And then if any of you guys are interested in maybe ordering one of them, you can do so by contacting me through Instagram, email, YouTube, or even eBay if you know you're watching this listing, and we can arrange something soon. That's that basically. I just wanted to shout that out just in case some of you guys didn't know. Moving on to the next tab. we will go on to the next page, if it'll load. Yes, it will. So this is a new channel I've recently created on YouTube. I did have another real world aviation channel, but for the life of me I can't remember what the email is or the password. Of course, without the email, the password is pretty irrelevant. I really don't know. Some of you are probably already following that channel, but this is a new channel that I've done. The videos on this are probably a lot better than they were on my old real world aviation channel, to be fair. So just a few videos that I've uploaded so far. We had an Air Cargo Global 747-400F come in, arrival and departure. Between that time we had a Cargo 734 and Aer Lingus ATR 72 depart, and then we had Emirates Sky Cargo 777-200F, which is the second one we've had at Doncaster in recent times. For those of you who don't know, basically they've been coming in bringing in biscuits for the UK. There's been a bit of a shortage of biscuits. No joke, this is official. Someone said that it's cookies, and then other people have been joking around saying, "Oh, let's hope it's digestives, let's hope it's bourbon biscuits," and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what biscuits they are actually, but yeah, it came from Dubai and arrived here, and then I think the most recent one went back out to Spain. So if you want to watch them videos, you can. Subscribe to the channel, of course, as well. You don't have to, by the way, you know, it's up to you. But you will probably see footage of Antonov 124s landing at Doncaster. Regular stuff, summer schedules we've got coming in this year are Air Europa, Sun Express, Smart Wings, and then obviously there's all the other stuff that I might be able to upload some footage when I'm like airside as well, when I'm sort of back on full hours during the summer. You know, I'll try to. They are a bit funny about that in a minute, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's footage already on there, so if you want to watch, subscribe, you can. The other video, as you can probably see, is a VFR flight I did. My friend who has a PPL, private pilot's license, he took me up for a flight. We took her from Gampston, Echo Golf, November Echo, headed like towards Bridlington, which is like a coastal region near us, and the weather there was quite bad actually, so we had to turn back a little bit earlier than expected. Then we headed back towards Gampston. We had a bit of a break. Then we headed down to Nottingham City Airport, not East Midlands, by the way. I just want to point that out. It's not East Midlands, it was Nottingham City Airport, which is like a little airfield, not far from East Midlands actually. You can see departures, and then we actually saw 2 Ryanairs depart. If you want to watch that, it's a very short video actually. It's not the full flight. It's just a few clips, like initial takeoff, a few flights, 1 or 2 clips in flight, and then the actual final landing as well after we return from Nottingham. So if you want to check them out, you can do. If you want to subscribe, you can do. Moving on, just going back to, you know, taking things airside as well. Flybe are going to be starting very soon as well. Part of the summer schedules, they're basing 2 E195s at Doncaster, which is a major thing for us. Wizz Air as well are increasing their flights. You know, you think about airports like Heathrow, Gatwick, they've got aircraft landing pretty much every minute, probably even less than that. You know, I don't know how often they land, but you know, let's say like every minute. Well, at Doncaster we don't have that, so it's very unique, exciting for us, you might say, to get the airport a bit busier. To be fair, so yeah, when I'm back to work, I'm going to be really busy though. I suspect I'm going to be on at least 40 hours a week again, like I was last summer. We've got a few new starters who have started their training this week, and so, you know, Flybe are actually starting on the 24th this month, so from late this month I'm going to be pretty busy. The next airport date probably will be on a different airport, to be fair. I've had sights on a new airport. I'll admit, since my last airport update, I've not really thought about that too much. I've not really been thinking about airport updates, such. I am still collecting model aircraft though. I've had a few recent arrivals, and I've got a few others coming in the post from overseas. I don't really do showroom videos. I only show the models really when I'm featured them in an update. So I don't really expect any videos on them. Pretty much models from everywhere. They're not pre-order models though. I've had to sort of postpone them for the minute. Hopefully some of them don't sell out, like the British Airways E190 and other stuff. I'm looking to get the Indian Air Force C-17 and other stuff as well. I don't know what we're going to see next in the next batch of releases as well. All sorts of stuff that I actually need to order. Flight sim as well. Flight simulator. I'm really getting into that as well. I've recently, I'm probably going to be looking to buy Active Sky Next. I'm using the trial at the minute, which you use for 7 days. That is an awesome add-on. By far the best weather add-on I've used so far. Simulation of the weather, live weather is just fantastic. Nice and smooth, no sudden flashes of clouds appearing. Honestly, it's just wonderful, and really adds to the thing. And also, since I went on that VFR flight with my friend, it's really sort of gave me a bit more of an insight on real world flying, and I'm sort of putting that into practice into flight sim as well. Another thing I'm probably looking to get is Track IR5. That just looks so awesome to have, and it looks to be a great tool for ease of. Cause I don't know what it is, but when I take off, a lot of people seem to make it look easy, but when I take off in Flight Simulator, let's say I've got the PMDG 737. Obviously, I've got a view where I'm facing the cockpit front. In the 3D virtual cockpit, and when I've taken off, I find it, unless I change to 2D cockpit, I find it hard to actually move the camera view to engage autopilot and stuff like that. So I don't know how you guys do it. I have actually got a hat switch on my joystick, but the movement of it is just so rubbish. You move it, you can't get back to the same position that you were. It's just really horrible. So I think Track IR5 should enable me to move my head and just easily, without moving anything else, use my mouse to click autopilot engage, and stuff like that. Even changing heading as well. You've got to keep moving, you're pressing spacebar, and you can't do other stuff because you're using two hands. You've got one hand on spacebar, one hand on your mouse, and then you're not got any other control. VFR flights as well. That'll be so much better, because when you're flying, you've got to let go of the joystick to look where you are and stuff. It's just so but like I said, Track IR5. If you guys never heard of that, just search it and you'll know what it is. It's like a head movement tracking system thing. Definitely looking to get that. That looks pretty cool. So that and Active Sky Next. Other add-ons as well, probably. UK 2000 Humberside, I'll be getting that. I'll be looking to get that. Orbix Stockholm Arlanda, probably looking to get that as well very soon. All sorts of stuff that I not that I need to buy, that I want to buy actually. Model wise, I hate missing models, if they've been released and it's I can't buy it because I need to watch. Because I've got my insurance coming up as well on my car, insurance, MOT, tax, all the stuff that you need to worry about with my car. So I need to watch, what I'm spending for that as well. Once I'm back working though, I shouldn't really have. When I say when I'm back working, I mean on full hours, 40 plus hours a week. Because at the minute I'm on a 0-hour contract, unfortunately. But I've sort of got through it. As best as I can, really. Not much more to say. If you've got any questions, you know, if I've sort of rambled on a bit too long, I apologise for that. If you've got any questions, you know, about anything that I've said, then by all means ask. I do have, for those of you who don't know, my flight sim channel, I do have another flight sim channel, so I've got that channel, this channel, flight sim channel, and a gaming channel for like FIFA and GTA. For those of you who don't know, yeah, just wanted to point that out. Also apologise if my finger has been coming in during the video. Yeah, that might happen. I think it has actually in this video, but I apologise about that if it was just creeping on the left hand corner of the screen. Like I say, if you've got any questions, please, you know, whatever, say, ask. Like I said, I don't know when the next video will be. I'm going to be busy working, I'm going to be busy doing this airport for this person that's ordered one, and you know, flight sim's pretty much taking over at the minute. I'm really like engaging in flight sim ever since I went on that VFR flight. Very, very, like, you know, it just changes your mindset and like how you see flight. You know, it's just, oh, I mean, I can't wait to like go back up again in one of them. It's actually a PA-38 for those of you who don't know, which is a PA-38 Tomahawk. Fantastic aircraft. Probably not the best, but you know, quite nice. That one in particular is pretty well maintained. It looks to be anyway. Again, if you've got any questions on here, Instagram, just message me where you know you can, and I'll respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have made it this far, then I think you've earned yourself a cookie. I'll contact Emirates to bring more in. Nah, bit of a bad joke that. But yeah, like I say, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye.